How did you first end up going to Moscow?
I don't know what the idea of inviting me. Maybe Grothendieck had mentioned to some Russian that it would, or Serge, that it would be worth inviting me, so they took the occasion of some anniversary of Vinogradov. Things were completely new to me. I had no idea of what the situation was, no idea of the anti-Semitism which was taking place. So then I spoke with a number of people, in particular with Piatetsky Shapiro, and so we have a long discussion, and then I was telling, yes, but now I have to go to this banquet for Vinogradov. I expect you are coming too. And he was not.
No way. What year was that?
I think it's 71.
I see.
I should check, but I think.
Okay, so approximately.
And then it was very nice to speak with people on the kitchen table. Yes, and people were. And I don't know if it is that time already. I attend Gelfand seminar or Manin seminar, but it was an atmosphere which I liked very much. Still feeling and feeling more on subsequent visit all the difficulties there were in impossibility to come abroad or with great difficulty. That when I had to give a talk in the university, one has to smuggle me in through the club entrance, and Serjova Gelfand being with me with his card and pushing me to go. And the same in Steklov Institute, which was a little more difficult.
Right. So did you go back regularly then during the 1970s, or?
I went a number of times. Yes, I think around 75, and then eventually I married Lena in Moscow, and then we continued to go afterward regularly too. But it was first for mathematics before I met Lena.
So you go at least every year now. Do you still talk to mathematicians when you're there?
Yes, but I feel that it's not. There are not as many people as there were at that time. People are still enthusiastic, the people I meet, but it's not like I was there at Kafdan and there were Kafdan, Bernstein, Bellinson, and we all speaking of what would become perverse thieves or things like that. At that time it was, I feel, the way to do something which was not controlled by the Communist Party, which was worthwhile doing. And now many of those people are here in the West or in Israel, and one feels the gap.
I was struck. I remember at the Gelfand Memorial, somebody made the comment that in some sense it was magic because of the repression, because people like Gelfand and Manin and Beilinson could not travel abroad, they were always there. I find it hard to process that.
It's true, I am afraid. Of course, there is also the fact that the material situation for scientists were a little better, I think, than now. Now it's starting to get a little better, but with a lot of constraints. But it was possible to live, even sometime in fear, while afterwards people really had to, when it was possible to go abroad, people had to do it, even if there was not their wish, but to have enough money for living.
Right.
And for a system for which those seminars were crucial, if the thought of the seminar is abroad after the time, it does not work so well. Plus, at that time, Mehmet was a beautiful place, even if it was not perfect, but now the level has gone down. There are other places which are good, but not with the same contact with students, for instance. I'm amazed how the basic educational system is good and continue to have very good people coming out of it, but now leaving earlier and earlier.
Are you concerned with the continuity, with the strain of people leaving so much?
I think that 10 years ago I would have said that this cannot go on more than 5-10 years. It has gone on, and I would say the same, and each year I put the boundary a little further away, but when people go abroad here to get their PhD, because then it's easier to get immigration paper, this is terrible for the mathematical schools there. And also the number of places where there are people is smaller, but there are essentially now only Moscow, Leningrad, and St. Petersburg, and Novosibirsk. And before, I think it was, those were the main places already, but it was not such a big contrast between the center and the periphery.
A lot of amazing things coming from Kharkov, for example.
Yes. And Rindfeld was in Ufa for a while.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.